The question is that the amendments be agreed to, and I call the member for Kennedy.
I never bought into this debate throughout at all because I thought it was totally irrelevant. You live together, you are married automatically. The courts have decided that. Whether you're man and man or man and woman, whether you like it or not, you're married in a legal sense. So if there's going to be no change, then why is this great hullabaloo? $122 million spent. The whole time of the Parliament of Australia is spent on this issue. And if you want to see the judgment of the people, you should have been in the ballot boxes where I was in the Queensland elections. Both parties are down in the low 30s. They are reaching historically lowest levels ever recorded by either party in their history. So congratulations. Keep going the direction you're going. We spent the year on this, which makes no difference, as far as I could see, to anything. But what occurred when I came down here was that the religious freedoms that are to be protected, every single proposal for protection of religious freedoms was voted down today. Every single one of them. And if you say to me that you want to hire a church hall, the local association of LBGTs, whatever the hell the words are, whatever it is, but you want to do that. No, I have no idea what it is. I seriously have no idea what it is, and I'm not going to spend any time finding out either, because you'll have probably changed it between now and then. But you know, I have throughout my life seen the rule of the mob and the intimidation of people. And you know, I hope that my children and grandchildren, that they can stand up to the mob, that they're not intimidated by them. When I was at university, we had to stand up to the mob that were running around waving Mao Zedong little red books. And I had to ask some of my colleagues from university days, some of them were called then extreme lefties, did we really run around? And I think I might have even been one of them, maybe, I don't know, but run around with Mao Zedong little red books. Well, it turns out that he's one of arguably the greatest monster in human history. He's responsible for 48 million deaths. And you can actually get the pictures from the university demonstrations in my day. So the rule of the mob and the rule of young people who are very good and, you know, positively minded, but they're young. And I recall to bring the attention of the House, I could quote Locke, I could quote de Tocqueville, but I'll choose to quote John Stuart Mill on liberty. Democracy does not deliver justice. Democracy does not deliver fairness. Democracy does not deliver protection to minority groups. Democracy gives the majority the power, and that may well be tyranny. And in fact, de Tocqueville, who's the greatest commentator on democracy, wrote a book, On Tyranny was the name of the book, and it was a book on democracy. Now, the thing that got me about this, well, why do we have to have people in a relationship? Why do they want to call it marriage? Well, I refuse to use the word G-A-Y, and I did very well, if I say so myself, Mr. Speaker, in English at school and thereafter, and I got a very high mark because there was a wonderful poem by Alexander Locke. Alexander Pope, and in it there is a wonderful line. And then Belinda smiled, and all the world was gay. And I had to look it up in the dictionary, and gay means beautiful, happy, light, attractive, ethereal. Well, I wouldn't. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, can you shut him up, please? This is the Parliament of Australia, not a happy clappers meeting.
Order, the member will be.
Can we shut him up, please? Mr. Speaker, these people obviously go around, all these people up here are clapping, they go around calling themselves beautiful, happy, light, attractive, ethereal, and they're proud of it. You know, well, I would be embarrassed if I went around calling myself all these great adjectives, thinking I'm really a wonderful person.
Order the member for Kennedy.
So what's in a name,
Kennedy,
Mr. Speaker?
your time has expired. Yes. Order. Could I please ask the members of the audience to please refrain from clapping and making any noise while the debate is going on. Now, I ask you very quietly and politely to do so. I do give the call to the member for Kennedy.
So what I was saying was, why do they use that name? Oh, because it's a lovely name. We think we'll call ourselves a lovely name. So they take the most beautiful word in the English language and take it for themselves. Well, I think you've got a damned hide, to be perfectly honest with you. I think you've got a damn hide and an inflated opinion of yourself as well. And the rest of the world would agree with that, what I've just said, Mr. Speaker. Now, I want to say, so why are we this big thing about marriage? I mean, you can already, whether you want it or whether you don't, you're already legally married if you're living together. That's the law in Australia. So why don't we turn the whole Parliament of Australia upside down for 12 months for? Well, because they want to take our name, which is the name we give to a man and a wife coming together to protect the future generations with children. They want that name for themselves. So they took the word gay off us. Now they're taking the word marriage off us. And when we ask for religious freedoms in this place, a bunch of bludgerigars over here who've got no conscience at all except the endorsement from the Labor Party as their conscience and their compass, not one of them stood up for religious freedom in this place. And that will be a message that I will remind the voters about at the next election, because there's still a damn lot of people in this country that do believe that we should love our neighbour, the Christian principles. There are still people in this country that believe that and believe they have the right to have a moral opinion, which obviously these people here attempting to intimidate the Parliament don't believe we should have that right. And I've seen you before, because you're out there running around with your Mao Zedong books. Back in the 60s, I've seen you before. I've seen you before. So, Mr. Speaker, try your intimidation on and enjoy yourself down here, but I'll see you back in the land of the people. And you won't be quite so popular there, I can tell you.
I thank the honourable member for Kennedy.